Hello everyone, this is Suresh KP from myinvestmenttraders.com. Today we'll check about Likhitha Infrastructure IPO, whether we should invest in this IPO or whether we should avoid. Let us check about the quick overview about the IPO. IPO is going to open on 29 September. It's going to close on 1st October. The face value is 10 per share. And the issue price band is fixed between rupees 117 to rupees 120 per share. And it's actually a small size IPO. It's only 61.2 crores on the upper price band. And the IPO lot size is 125 shares. So one need to invest in 125 shares each. And the minimum investment is 15,000 rupees on the higher price band. And the lead manager is Unistone Capital. Is going to get listed on NSE and BSE. Let us talk about the objects of the issue and the promoted information. So the main objective is to utilize these funds for working capital requirements and as well for the general corporate purpose and to meet the issue expenses. Company promoters are Srinivas Rao Gaddipati and Miss Likhitha Gaddipati. Let us check about the company financial performance. If you see this is actually a small size IPO, even the revenues are small in size. If you see the revenues are 88.6 crores in FY 2018 versus 162.8 crores in FY 2020. If you see margins also, it's 8% in FY18 and 12.2% in FY20. So we can see that there's strong revenue growth in the last 3 years. And if you see, even the margins have grown steadily, and actually it's improved. If you see, it's 8% in FY18 versus 12.2% in FY20. Its average EPS is the last 3 years is rupees 11.68, and for FY20 it is 13.59. Let's talk about some of the key strengths of the company. Company has a strong presence in India with a significant experience. It has an efficient business model. It has strong financial performance and the project execution capabilities. It has long-term relationship with the clients and the repeat business what it's currently doing. It has a high experienced management team and the diverse fleet of sophisticated equipment. So if you see, these strengths actually will are helping company to grow in the last few years. Let us check out some of the strategies which company want to adopt in future so that the growth can be anticipated. One, it want to continue to expand its current operations, and it want to grow in O&M service offerings. In other related areas like retaining skilled manpower labor and optimum utilization of resources and a few other things. So it want to focus those things so that its revenue and margins are improved in future. Let us check about some of the reasons why we need to invest in Likhitha Infra IPO. One, it is engaged in providing the oil and gas pipeline, city gas distribution projects, etc. In fact, it's the first company that has executed the first transnational cross-country hydrocarbon pipeline project between India and Nepal. So there's no other company which is doing a similar kind of business. So it's a little niche player. If you see, companies also posted strong revenue growth and as well as margin growth. If you see, company revenues have grown by 22% CAGR and the margins by 41% in the last 3 years. Its order book also is strong, approximately currently as of end of July, it is approximately 950 crores. Now let us talk about some of the reasons why we should not invest in Likhitha Infra IPO. There are also the risk factors. If you see, its business is dependent on the only few clients, and if there is a loss in such client, then there will be a significant reduction in the purchase orders, and it can affect its business both in terms of revenue as well as in terms of margins. And if you see, some of the ongoing projects may not be if they may not be completed within the stipulated date, then there could be it can affect the business and operations. Its business mostly subject to seasonal fluctuations, and for complete internal and external factors, one can refer RHP of the company prospectus. Let us talk about the IPO schedule. We know the offer is going to open on 29 September. It's going to close on 1st October, and the finalization of the allotment will happen on 7th October. Initiation of ABSA and initiation of refunds is going to happen on 8th October. And the shares will be credited to demat account by 9th October, and the shares are going to get listed on 12th October. Let us talk about how the IPO price is, the valuations are done. So if you see on the upper price band of rupees 120 and the EPS of 13.59 for FY20, the P works out to be 8.8x. Similarly, if you see last 3 years EPS of 11.68, the P works out to be 10.2x. Means company is asking the upper price band of 120 in the P range of 8.8x to 10.2x. There are no listed P's actually, so we can't say whether the issue price is underpriced or overpriced. But looking at the PE of your 8x to 10x, it's reasonably priced. Now let us talk about should you invest in Likhitha Infrastructure IPO? One, Likhitha Infrastructure is a oil and gas pipeline infrastructure service provider. It is a niche player. It has posted strong revenue and margins in the last 3 years. It's good. But if you see, the IPO size is very small. So even if investors are applying for the subscription, then getting allotment would be very difficult. So one should consider all these points before investing in these IPOs. If you have any queries, you can reach me Suresh at myinvestmentideas.com. Keep visiting myinvestmentideas.com. Thank you.